Hey everybody, it's Lee here from Stringfield Ridge Farm. We're fixing to take us a little ride down the road, but we're fixing to go check out something real fast and tell y'all a little bit about it. I know a lot of people already know about this, but just in case there's somebody out there that doesn't know, that's what this video is going to be for. So y'all just stay tuned. Alright, I just stepped out of the truck. We're out here in a big open bean field, about as far as you can see, all the way around to the road. That's about all we've got around here is beans and corn and wheat. But over here is what I was going to show y'all. It grows around here on the side of the road everywhere. This here mullein plant, or big tobacco, wild tobacco, with the fuzziness, but it has kind of a grayish green look to it. It can grow up to 8 feet tall. There's another plant. There's another one right there. It will get these yellow top flowers on them. They're starting to kind of bloom out a little bit. Anyhow, here's another small one. And they just grow all along these roadsides around here in this poor soil. I'm hoping you can see some of them down through there that kind of grow out just a little bit here and there, but they're all the way down through here. So I'm going to go back to the house and explain a little bit more. Okay, what I was going to tell y'all was just as the plant that we had in the house last night. The flowers are definitely coming out. Got it out here stuck in a jar of water. I will be taking this one out to the shed, hanging it up like you do any other kind of herb by the base of the stalk, let it dry, and we will be utilizing it. But everything actually from the root to the flower is useful. It has different uses and purposes. I've never used the roots. I'm sure it has the same properties as the rest of the plant, but I've never, like I said, I've never used the roots, so I cannot tell you how to use the roots. What I can tell you though, you can use the leaves, smoke it like tobacco, make a tea out of it. Same way with the flowers, you can make teas out of them. You can infuse the flowers with oils, even leaves, and make earache medicine out of them. There's many different things you can do with it. Definitely research on your own. Also, you may find some other use out of it than what I know. I'm only going to tell you what I use it for and what it does for me. And what I do know is it has been used from everything from treating tuberculosis to the common cold to the flu, basically any kind of respiratory infections, things like that. It is it's good for allergies. because it's antihistamine. You can use it externally on open wounds, burns, different things like that. And it's definitely a good plant to know and do research on and figure out all the different things you can do with it, because it's a medicinal plant that is basically medicinal from the roots to the flower. The whole plant has medicinal purposes. What we're trying to do is, in this series, just be able to bring knowledge to people about the different herbal remedies of medicinal plants and wild edible foods. Most of what we're going to show in this series, even with the wild edibles, they usually have, certain ones have, a lot of them, like the elderberries that's right here off to my left. We've got them all over out here. They have medicinal properties. People make jams, jellies out of them, but it also has medicinal purposes also. There's several plants like that out there, which, I mean, your apples, oranges, they all have some sort of medicinal purposes with vitamin C's and vitamin A's and D's and all that other stuff. But anyhow, we're just trying to get the knowledge out there that there's things all around us, everywhere. What actually grows in our area might not grow in your area. Damn rooster. But a lot of things that we show probably do grow in your area or somewhere close to you that you can go out and forage. Gonna be some good chicken after a while. Anyhow, that's what we're trying to do here. I hope you got something out of it. Like I said, this is a plant. You can't really mistake it. It grows from one rosette straight out of the bottom. I know that some people may have never seen tobacco grow, but it grows just like tobacco. The only other plant that kind of looks familiar or similar to it would be lamb's ear, but it doesn't grow from a single rosette stem coming up. It sprouts out everywhere. It's kind of a ground cover. But there's many purposes or uses, many purposes and uses that you can use the mullein for. So definitely check it out if you don't already know about it and you're interested. Start checking it out, do some research into it, and good luck with it. Hope you find some, you give it a try, and most of all, hope that it helps whatever ailment that you do have. And always, God bless. And check us out on Friday nights at 7 o'clock Central Time at Stringfield Ridge Farm. And that chicken gonna make me mad. And like I said, always God bless. We love y'all, and like and subscribe.
Hey folks, you just heard Lee tell a little bit about mullein, and I'm going to do my part and tell some things that I use it for. Lee talked a little bit about mullein being used in a earache oil, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that and a little bit more about the benefits of mullein. And so first off, some people say that you need to get mullein young in the first year or even young in the second year. It's more potent then. But also, it's still potent at any time. So don't forget that. You can use it at any point in time. It's all good. But another thing is that the flower heads, when it actually flowers, the flowers have a lot of medicinal benefits. And for the earache oil, the flowers are the best way to go. But you don't have to. You can use the leaf also. You can go around and pick all the flower heads if you can find enough of them flowering. And they do flower at different times. Just because you see it today and you pick all these flowers off, there's a whole bunch of buds in there that will flower at different times throughout the summer. And you would want to smoke the leaf. You can dry the leaf. You can hang these upside down. I'm going to take one of these off. You can take these leaves and hang them upside down and dry them and make a tobacco that you can smoke and is good for your lungs. You could also, which is sometimes more recommended, is to make smudge sticks out of these and use them for smudge sticks. That you would take a smudge stick, say this was a dried leaf, and you would you wrap it up, take a smudge stick, you would light that and let that smoke just, breathe in that smoke, which would basically be the same as smoking it, but you wouldn't be inhaling it so deep into your lungs. Even as a smoke, you think of smoke as not being good for your lungs, but this smoke is healing for your lungs and has been used to, tuberculosis. I think Lee's already said all that. Tuberculosis and bronchitis and everything like that. I actually even heard someone say that their husband had the new thing, and because his lungs, it affected his lungs, he was smoking this to help heal his lungs from the new pandemic thing. Okay, so I have used it. Lee's used it. Lee has smoked it. I haven't smoked it. Lee has smoked it. He said it made him cough up a bunch of crap. Okay, I would dry it and use it as a tea for sure. I haven't yet, but if you dry this, same thing, dry this out and break it up good. Now the big old stem is harder to dry, so you can peel the leaves away from the stem and dry that leaf. That would be easier to dry, and then you can, you would want to break that up good and filter it good for a tea, because it has a lot of hairs. It is very hairy and fuzzy, and the tea of this in your throat might irritate it, but if you filter it good, it won't do that. So there you go. All right, now back to the earache medicine. For ear pain, you can use the flowers instead of the leaf, and they are a little more potent. But if you can't get enough flowers, you can use the leaves. You just dry the leaves and then put them in a jar. I have mullein, garlic, and a little bit of clove. That's what you see in the bottom that's red there is the clove. And then I have garlic. Now, you don't want to use fresh garlic because fresh garlic can go rancid in your oil, especially olive oil. Olive oil can go rancid anyway. I never use olive oil. I use avocado oil or grapeseed oil or one of those because the olive oil can go rancid quicker, way quicker. And you don't use fresh garlic. You would need to use dried garlic or a garlic powder. I ordered a dehydrated garlic. I could dehydrate my own, but I didn't. I ordered a dehydrated garlic to use in here. And that's been sitting for a while. It's probably ready. So I will strain this soon. And I need to strain it and put it in maybe some brown bottle. I could leave it in this. I usually do some brown bottles, but I could also leave it in this and just strain that out. And you've got earache oil whenever you need it. Okay, so other benefits would be good for skin wounds, burns, hemorrhoids. I think Lee has already mentioned some of this. Bruises, skin infections, all different kinds of skin problems that this is good for. And you could even just take this and put it on. You can take this and put it on one of those things and just, bandage it on there. I heard it is said to be one of the oldest written about herbs, medicinal plants that there is. But they also used it for diaper rash. They would just take that and put it on the baby's butt for diaper rash. So that tells you how, how you can just use it on the skin. There you go. There's some more medicinal things about mullein. It's a wonderful plant to know. Mullein is probably one of the top plants to use and know, along with stinging nettle is one of the best plants to use and know. We've got a video on that also. I'll link that in the description below. And so y'all check this out. Start looking for mullein. Start studying up on it. There's a lot of resources out there to tell you about mullein. So study up on it. Go find you some. It grows everywhere. Just sides of the roads and hilly, rocky terrain. It grows in bad soils and just rocky soil, and so it should be growing near you. So go find you some and check it out. If nothing else, just go get you a couple of big stalks of it and get them hanging upside down somewhere in a dark place, and that way you have it ready to use when you get it all figured out. So there you go. Get you a pharmacy of some jars going and make your own pharmacy with different medicinal plants. And you can use small little jars like this because most things don't take a lot. Actually, this takes just a couple of drops in the affected ear for 3 days. And then you stop. You're not supposed to use it over 3 days at a time. So you would use it for 3 days, a couple drops in the ear for 3 days, and then stop for a few days. And if the earache continues, start again. And there you go. You can have your own little pharmacy going in your pantry. Thanks for watching, y'all.